Thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate it. We have you guys together because you are a sales team. So if you guys want to go ahead and explain sort of what your title is and what your role is as part of our sales team.
Okay. My name is Scott Franklin, and I am the Northeast Territory Sales Manager. I'm the guy out in the field, and I cover Maryland to Maine and all of Pennsylvania. And my typical, role is to go out, meet customers, demo, and train people on the usage of JPro, the world's best diagnostic tool for diesel.
So my name is Seth Tucker. I'm the territory account manager for the Northeast, pretty much Maryland all the way up to Maine, New Hampshire, that area. I work out of the Greensboro office, so I do a lot of the tech support type stuff. It's a completely different conversation when you're trying to sell a system over the phone with the customer never having seen it. Like Scott has the ability to demo in person, obviously, and we don't. So a lot of times we're dealing with the IT guys or the purchasing manager rather than actually demoing the kit straight to the technicians. So we go over a lot of tech specs and software capabilities, the nitty gritty stuff, rather than just showing them how it works on their truck.
And now that you're home, how have you been adjusting to working from home, Scott?
It's been a fairly easy transition. I'm getting a little bit better and savvier on the computer. Rather than doing live demos and training for customer in person, I'm doing them online. I've got accustomed to that. In the Northeast, sales are built on relationships. So I'm very big on building relationships with my customers. So that's probably the most difficult part of being home, is I can't build relationships that easy over a phone.
And Seth, now that you're also working from home, how are you keeping yourself productive while you're at home?
I try to stick to a routine. So I keep my same workout routine, the same one I was doing at the office. I go walk multiple times a day. I try and work out throughout the day just to keep myself active and keep the brain blood flowing there. But yeah, it's a lot of just keeping myself locked into that routine, keeping myself accountable. I like to stay busy anyway, so it's not really a big deal for me. I go crazy if I'm not doing something or something's left undone, so it's not really been an issue.
Sure. And Scott, you mentioned that you're doing a lot of virtual demos, that sort of thing. How are you keeping connected to friends and family during all of this?
We'll use Zoom, and we'll have dinners together through Zoom. So we'll have our own family online conferences and also, honestly, as my kids come over to the house, and I do see my grandchild, but we stay 6 feet apart. So we sit out in the backyard, everyone's 6 feet apart. If people walk in my house, they put masks on and so I mean, it's not so bad. We do get to see each other. I just don't get to hug my kids or hug my grandchild. That's the toughest part.
And how old is your grandchild now?
6 months.
So cute. I remember you shared some pictures of him. So adorable.
I know. Thank you. Takes after me.
Of course. So Seth, I'm going to ask you this because I know you've been at Noregon for quite a while. What is your favorite Noregon memory?
Definitely winning the Jeep. That was pretty sweet.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if that really is a company memory, but that affected me personally. But yeah, winning that Jeep was pretty cool.
And you still have that, right?
Yeah. I decided to keep it after the initial year. So
yeah, it's a nice one. I don't blame you.
Yeah, I love it.
So Scott, what positive changes have you noticed from this change in work environment?
I think the team has gotten closer together. We have these team viewer chats, so we're sharing a lot of information that we never did before. I think we're getting, as far as a team perspective, I know I've been assisting a lot of my coworkers. I've been helping them with webinars, letting them listen in on how I conduct it, and if it betters somebody, and it betters the teammate, and it helps us, I think that's being productive. So I kind of feel as though as a team, we're getting closer together.
Yeah. Sometimes, during normal times, I think we're all so busy that it's hard for us to sort of slow down and do those sort of things. So it's given us a unique opportunity during these times to do some of that. Seth, I'm going to ask you this one. If you could change jobs with anyone in the company for a day, who would you pick?
Hmm. That's tough. Maybe Paul Smith or Bill, because I think the customs side of things is pretty interesting. Getting to talk to some of those customers and hear their needs. So probably them.
Yeah, good choice. So I'm going to do some fun questions just to sort of let people get to know you guys a little bit more. Scott, what's your favorite movie?
I'm going to probably say the first Rocky.
Okay.
Rocky, okay. It was inspiring, the underdog, so I think it's one of my favorites,
Okay.
But then again, don't ask me about Rocky 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, because the original's the best. So that's my favorite, though. And I love that Eye of the Tiger. It's also an inspiring song. Kind of gets you motivated.
Seth, if you were stranded on a desert island, what 3 items do you think you'd take with you?
Oh my gosh.
We just talked about this.
Yeah, I was gonna say like some way to get internet out there, some water,
Smart.
and probably a good bottle of bourbon.
There you go. I mean, if you're stranded, might as well, right?
Yeah.
NFL access.
Oh yeah.
I mean, right now that wouldn't do you any good, but eventually, hopefully, it will. So this is a question I'm going to direct to both of you guys. What are you most looking forward to when things get back to normal?
I'm looking forward to getting back to my routine and getting back out there and honing in on those relationships. On my typical day, Seth is involved in everything I do. When I see a customer, Seth knows, I'll text him. I'll say, Seth, take care of this. We work so well as a team. We're like in sync, which is really good. And I miss that,
I think my biggest thing is probably going back to restaurants and actually traveling again, because I like to travel at least once a quarter or something like that, just to get away. But that's all been canceled with all this, obviously. It'd be nice to go out and see other people again. Getting a little stir crazy here.
Absolutely. Well, guys, I appreciate you taking the time to do this with me, and I hope we get back to, normalcy soon, but I hope you guys stay safe and have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Go Vikings.
Yes, go.